Hello there everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This is an interesting battle I had against a random passerby the other day, and he made quite a big mistake. Yeah, I didn't want to speed up that initial first clip, but the program crashed unless I sped it up, so I had to. But yes, leads off with Sharpedo, and I of course lead off with my Sticky Webber, Ribombee. This is a good matchup for me. I should be able to one-hit KO the Sharpedo, but of course he switches out and brings in Chansey. Lots of Sharpedo like to go for Protect on their first turn, so I went straight for my entry hazard anyway. Yes, in comes Chansey, and there's nothing Ribombee can really do to Chansey. My special attacks will be moot by that thing's Eviolated special defense, not to mention its ability Natural Healer, so that when it switches out, all status conditions are removed from it, so I couldn't even Toxic it really, as it decides to Toxic my Dhelmise. For some reason I decided to switch here. I really should have stayed in, but oh well. I switch into Vaporeon because I don't want my Dhelmise to be toxicked, and I want to kind of wall off this Chansey, see what moves it has, and we see, yes, Protect, Seismic Toss, Protect, Seismic Toss, Toxic, and I'm going to assume Soft Boiled in the last spot. So I switch into Mamoswine here, as out comes yet another Toxic. Very annoying. This Chansey is going to be a very difficult Pokemon to take down. I assume that my opponent here is just going to switch, knowing that Mamoswine is powerful, but actually decides to scout me out with Protect, which is very unfortunate because I went for Knockoff. So now he's 100% switching out that Chansey, does not want the Eviolite to be removed from it, so unfortunate for me. And I decide to switch into Vaporeon, foreseeing his switch. As out comes Sharpedo. Not a very, not the worst thing that could have happened, for Sharpedo's defenses are terrible, so might be able to do some damage here with Scald. As yes, out comes Protect, wanting to hit a speed boost before it Mega Evolves. But I took that opportunity to go for a Heal Bell. Cure the poisoning on both my guys. Heal Bell is a very great move, as now Sharpedo is +1 in speed. Will it stay in? No, it actually decides to switch out here and goes into Shuckle, seeing that now would be a good time for him to set up his entry hazards. But I did go straight for the Scald, which does do nice damage to Shuckle, but of course, yeah, I'll be lucky if that's a free hit KO. And we see, this is a Shuckle holding leftovers, so that's extremely annoying. So I decide to just stay in, see how much damage we can do, and it does look like it is going to be a free hit KO, so that's good for me, as he does set up the Stealth Rock. Now, will he preserve his Shuckle, or will he allow it to go down here? But no, decides to keep it and switch back into Chansey. Very annoying. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to get a burn off on the Chansey, but of course that will only be a temporary fix, as we see our special attacks are doing pretty much nothing. So I decide to go for a Protect myself here, see what the Chansey might want to do. And I'm like, right, let's get a Wish up, and then maybe I could switch into Dhelmise. But no, decides to go for the Toxic there, very annoying. And yeah. But still, I could switch into something here to catch that Wish, and that would be pretty handy. And I choose Dhelmise, thinking maybe my opponent will go for a Seismic Toss, as they actually just withdraw and send in Tapu Koko. But Dhelmise versus Tapu Koko is a pretty decent matchup for me. I resist its hits, and I should be able to Rapid Spin away those damn Stealth Rock. And if he does give me the opportunity, I should be able to hit the Tapu Koko very hard. But no, goes for that Volt Switch, realizing this isn't a great matchup for him. And we see that is a Life Orb Tapu Koko. And in comes Venusaur. I actually went straight for Anchor Shot here, hoping to lock my opponent in. And we see we do good damage to Venusaur. But Black Sludge on it means I won't be doing enough to KO it. And we see a Hidden Power Fire, possibly, doing super effective damage on me. But I was able to Rapid Spin away the rocks here, which was pretty decent. Now, will another Anchor Shot be able to take out the Venusaur? Oof, Hidden Power doing tons of damage there. As Ag Shot does go out, and yeah, no. Damn, Venusaur must have lived with 1 HP there. Very unfortunate for me. But hey, this looks like a good opportunity for Nihilego to come in and set up. Out comes that Hidden Power doing nothing, so I assume that was Hidden Power Fire. And now at Venusaur's HP range, I will go for the Acid Spray. And if he does switch into Chansey, which we see he does, I'll be able to start lowering its special defense harshly. I'll need to lower its special defense 4 or 6 times before Nihilego is able to make a dent. So here I go for another Acid Spray, lowering it quite nicely, as he decides to just get off as much damage as he can with a Seismic Toss. Doesn't do much, but this allows him to switch into Sharpedo. And yeah, I think I went for the Acid Spray again, did I? Yeah, I still went for the Acid Spray. Unfortunate. If I'd have gone for something like Sludge Wave, I would have taken this Sharpedo out. And most, if not all, Sharpedo have Aqua Jet, so I'm going to switch straight into Vaporeon here. But we actually saw the Protect on the first turn, so that was all fine for me. This was quite the long battle, so that's why I did speed this one up. All these extra effects happening as well. And Sharpedo protects, woo! But looking at the HP range that Sharpedo is at now, I figure my Scalds should be sufficient to take it out. Maybe not in 1 hit, but 2, so that should be alright. And we're still living nicely here. We should definitely be able to take any hit Sharpedo wants to throw at us. And yes, we finally see the thing Mega Evolve, after getting its speed boosts. Crunches down on my Vaporeon and lowers my defense. Very unfortunate. I actually thought he might switch here, so I decided to go for the Heal Bell, and we see that was a mistake, because he didn't switch, and now I really don't have a safe switch for this Sharpedo. Vaporeon was my safe switch. And since I can't switch, I'm forced to let Vaporeon go down. Things are looking grim for me now. I can bring in Ribombee, who should be able to easily kill this thing, as he goes for an attack and brings me down to my Focus Sash. I go for the Moonblast, which does finish it off, thankfully. I was very lucky I didn't get flinched by that waterfall, as out comes Spiritomb. Spiritomb is a Pokemon that loves to go for fake priority moves, but heck, if I could get a super effective Moonblast off, I would be happy, so I'm going to stay in. But no surprise to anyone, we do see the Shadow Sneak. Unfortunate. Now, this thing is free to burn everything. So, what I've decided to do is I'll bring in Tyranitar, and I will start to Dragon Dance, because outside of burning me, I don't think the Spiritomb can do much to me. So yes, we do see Will-O-Wisp straight away. Unfortunate, but if I keep Dragon Dancing, there ain't much he can do. I did speed up this part of the battle, because this bit of stall went on for quite some time. As yeah, we see Shadow Sneak, does about 2 HP if that, and I just Dragon Dance. Now there is nothing stopping me from going for Dragon Dance. He's going to need to switch his Spiritomb out, and hope that one of his other Pokemon can take me out. But as long as Spiritomb is here, I am safe to keep Dragon Dancing. Now that I've Dragon Danced 3 times, I'm now at +1 attack essentially, because the burn halves my attack. And now that I've done it, once you do it twice, that means your attack is back to its original point. Now that I've done it 3 times, now that I've done it 4 times, I'm essentially at +2 attack, as my opponent believes I'll attack him here and goes for the Plane Split. But that's actually good for me, because he restores my HP. And now, let's continue going for a Dragon Dance. I believe this puts me at +5. As out comes another Plane Split, restoring some of my HP. Thank you, Spiritomb. Now the sand is gone, and Spiritomb, and I'm at +5, which means I'm just over 2 times my attack, or whatever it is. I figured now's a good time to Mega Evolve and go on the offense. Mega Evolving boosts my attack further and brings up that sand once again. And my opponent miscalculated, thinking I was going to continue to set up, whereas if he'd have gone for a Plane Split there, he might have done me in. Just able to survive my crunch, unfortunate. Now goes for his powerful priority move, Sucker Punch, but it is all too late for you, Spiritomb, and Spiritomb goes down. And now Tyranitar, at its crazy high attack, should be able to one-hit KO this Chansey. And things are looking good. Decides to protect, but perhaps stall out a turn of my sand. Rather annoying. I'm not sure if a Rock Slide would kill, but I did go for it hoping to get a flinch, as now out comes Shuckle. I guess he just wants to finish off Shuckle, perhaps waste more turns of my sand. Although there isn't much point, because it's not as if Chansey's going to hit me with anything special. But yes, down goes Shuckle, and things are still looking good. Chansey's HP is low enough that I'm hoping that any of my attacks will one-hit KO it. And if I don't one-hit KO it... Yes! Excellent. I did hope that maybe if I didn't one-hit KO it, I'd flinch it. But oh well, Chansey is down. My HP is getting lower and lower, but my opponent's remaining Pokemon are all at relatively low health. In comes Venusaur, who I know I'll definitely outspeed. Just go straight for the Ice Punch here, taking that out. Don't want to risk a miss with Rock Slide. And Venusaur is gone. Now I think my opponent's last Pokemon is Tapu Koko. And yes. As long as my Rock Slide connects, I should be able to finish off this Tapu Koko in one hit. Tapu Koko is not the most bulky of Pokemon. And yes. Down goes Tapu Koko. And phew! A very difficult battle, but my opponent made a critical mistake by switching into his Spiritomb and not switching out, allowing me to set up to +5 and decimate, sweep his entire team. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed.